Alright, I decided to start over. I started to think back when I was at the gym, and I started replaying my time there, and I'm like mouthing everything that happened, and I was just like, oh, okay, no, that's gotta stop. So, anyway, turn that up to 70 or 60, 70. Trying to use my AC as little as I can, so then I don't fucking blow my whole gas tank, because that's the reason why my gas gets shot down so fast, is because of my freaking AC unit. And I watch it drop to the gas tank. Like, I left at 202 miles. Typically, I would, without the AC unit, I'll have like 6 miles of gas, like, done by the time I'd go to my house to Sumner. And when I would use my AC unit, it would already be 6 miles, just not even half the way there. So I'm like, okay, so clearly it's the AC unit that's dropping my gas a lot. So I've been trying to do what I can to really stop using my AC as much need be, Come on, buddy, you're good. So, anyway, yeah, it's Wednesday, October 8th, finally at half the week, again. It's been a good week so far, I ain't gonna lie. It's actually been pretty good, pretty chill, pretty relaxing, Dave and Kyle and I, we were talking, we were like, man, it's been a lot better since Jeannie's been gone, and I was like, it really has, Dave actually was like, I actually don't dread coming into work now. And I was like, yeah. And Kyle said the same thing, like, no, for real. I said, yeah. It's just the only thing I just kind of low-key dread coming in now is if the supervisors surprise us with shit. That's a train. That's the only thing I really kind of dread coming in is if the supervisors surprise us out of nowhere with something. So like asking me about my schedule, and then they got mad at me about it. It's just like, I'm not bothered by them being mad at me, but I don't like the bad image on me. But they should already know I don't want to move anywhere else. I don't want to do overtime. I don't want to do any of that. If they ask me to work a holiday, then yeah, maybe. But on a day that I work, you know what I mean? And, but, depends on Christmas and New Year's, but really, if I'm really down for it, then I don't mind. Because either way, I'm coming home early enough for dinner. So, like, Thanksgiving, I'll be home early before dinner starts. And then, but Christmas, on the other hand, I'd like to wake up Christmas morning. Same with New Year's. I'd like to sleep in on New Year's. But I'm just going to keep my mouth quiet on those days. If I don't have to work those days, I'm not gonna. But if they ask, then I'll make a consideration of it. But really, like, yeah, I just would rather have them not bother me, honestly, at all. They still gotta have me do testing, but they haven't asked me anything this whole last week and a half. And, sorry, my ear started itching. And it was just like, I sanitize my hands, by the way. I'm a bit of a germaphobe when it comes to that, so don't worry, I'm not just... Anyway, why am I explaining that? I'm a germaphobe, if I ever talked about that. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so... But anyway, yeah, it's just, But anyway, I'm off the 13th, so that doesn't bother me. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I just kind of was like, I just dread the fact that the supervisors will sometimes come, and they agree. They're like, oh yeah, dude, I just want to get the work done and go home. I don't even want to be bothered by the supervisors. They don't either, being pulled into the office those times, The training, I wasn't really bothered by that. Okay, take me out for training for a day if you need to, on the computer. And, but asking me to change my scheduling and, asking me to try new areas, which is fine, but I want to do the same schedule. But ideally, I like the area that I'm at. Honestly, I like the people that I work with. I like the area that I'm at. That should be good enough to leave us alone. So, but on the other hand, yeah, it's been a good week so far. I've been feeling pretty good with coming into work. I haven't been feeling like crap. I have showed up late a little bit. Not yesterday. I made it in time yesterday, but Monday I was a couple minutes late. And they haven't gave me any shit about it, so not that I want to do that regularly, but they know I try to make it in. I'm right down the hall when it hits 7:31, 7:32. I'm in the building, so they know that at least I'm here somewhere, you know what I mean? And then I was late like 8 minutes last week, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just, trying to find parking. Finding parking was an issue, and I was just like, sorry, So, but yeah, with that being said, plans on the other hand, just gotta make it through today, tomorrow, and Friday, and I'll make a part 2, but I'm gonna make it privated, and, because I'm already almost done with this part anyway. It's actually been a good week, like I said. Even after work, it's been chill. I just been hanging out. Gab made chicken wings and all that stuff. We actually managed to eat all of it, not leftovers of any kind. And it's going to be spaghetti tonight, which is awesome. But, dinner was good. And I slept really good last night. I fell asleep pretty early. I realized that I need to start laying flat on my bed now, because I used to lay with the pillows under my legs for a while to help with my back pain, and that's actually starting to give me back pain. So I started laying flat on my bed now, because I'm like, oh my god, this is actually starting to bug my back a lot. So I stopped laying with the pillows under my back. And I slept like a freaking baby, man. I slept hella good last night. And I woke up just ready to get at it. I wasn't sluggish. Monday, I was fucking sluggish. Tuesday, I was not very sluggish, but I was still sluggish. Today, I was just like, alright. It's a good morning when you're fully awake. And, you're feeling good about the day. It'll be a good day. I just hope to the good Lord above. I know I don't pray for much, which is, I need to pray more often, I'll admit to that. I just hope for it to be a good day today. To get through it well, be in good spirit, good health. Amen to that. That's the first time I actually prayed on camera, and I know it's not a lot, but it's a step. So, but anyway, and I got other things too, but, I'm more a prayer to myself, but I know 2 or more people is a real agreement. So, but anyway, it's Wednesday, half of the week, which I said that already like 5 times. I'm going to end it here. Hope y'all have a good rest of your week. Spare Halloween. Gonna go there this weekend. Yeah, Nate, a friend of mine who came to the fair with Jack and I this year. He's gonna go with us, so there's gonna be 4 of us. There's gonna be Jack, there's gonna be Tyler, there's gonna be Nate, and then there's gonna be me, obviously. And we're all just going to Tacoma because I want to pay my guitar down, so I'm gonna go pay my guitar down. Probably go dink around at the guitar store for a while. But none of them really care for that stuff, honestly. Tyler doesn't really care for music. Tyler likes Pokemon cards, and that dude likes to collect stuff. He's more of a collector guy of relatively pricey, rare items. Like, he's got shoes from when he was like 13. He's like 22 now. He's had shoes for so long. He'll buy certain shoes, not like any random 13-year-old shoe, but like, like rare shoes. He'll buy Friday the 13th bloody shoes. He'll buy strawberry Nike Air Jordans or whatever. He'll buy Back to the Future shoes, he'll buy like a special case for the shoes. He'll buy like these special wraps that wrap around the shoe. He'll buy a shoe cleaner. He'll really clean the fuck out of his shoes. That dude's on it with his shit. He is on it with his shit. A rare Toy Story 2 clock that either his grandmother or grandfather had. His grandfather's gone now. He's been gone for a couple years, but that was Dan. Dan, I talked about him quite a bit when he passed away. That was a big shocker. But anyway, it'll be going on 2 years since he's been gone. Man, that's just fucking crazy how much time passes, It'll be going on 2 years the day after Christmas. Man. What a real fucking twist that day was. I was just like, whoa, man, the day after fucking Christmas, So, but anyway, he has like a rare Toy Story 2 clock. That was the last thing I think he showed me. And then I never went back to his house again after that. A rare skateboard, a rare controller pieces, rare video game bundles, He's more of a collector guy. Nate, on the other hand, I don't really know what that guy likes very much. But he's a super fun guy to hang out with. At the fair, it was funny as fuck, dude. I don't know if I talked about the fair too much, but we went to the fair last month. This was like on the 13th or the 14th of September, and I don't remember what day. I gotta look it up, but yeah, I guess, yeah. So, he was all fucking. He's like me when it comes to the rides, which I get it. I don't blame him. I don't like rides that go upside down. Sorry. So, yeah, he doesn't like rides that go upside down either. Tyler would get annoyed with me. The last time Tyler and I went to the fair, I stopped going to the fair with him because he'd get pissed off at me that I wouldn't go on the rides that would go upside down with him. He would get pissed. And I'd be like, I don't want to fucking do that, dude. I'm like overweight. And, I'm very, not insecure, but I'm very cautious about my weight. Especially with rides. I get very cautious about my weight. But other than that, I have a blast. If I was 180 pounds, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, okay, let's go on a ride that goes upside down. But, I don't want to go on a ride that goes upside down when I'm close to almost 300 pounds. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, I don't want that. So, Yeah, I get very nerve-wracked on rides that go upside down. Except for roller coasters. The hoops, piece of cake. But, fucking rides that keep you upside down, or, like the Ring of Fire, or the spinny ones that, like, swings you around and around. It's just like, nah, I'm good, fam. But Nate was not a big fan of those rides either. It was so fun, though. It was so funny, though. I had a good time with Nate at the fair, We went on the roller coaster, and we actually got pictures, finally. We bought pictures. We never bought fair pictures before, but we finally did. And it was great. It was great. It's just Jack, me, and Nate in the pictures. And, yeah, I had a really great time. And, Nate got all freaked out on the roller coaster, and it was just the funniest shit, because I know how it is. You'd feel like on that the classic coaster at the State Fair, Washington State Fair, in Puyallup, you'd feel like you're about to get thrown out. And he was like, oh, shit! And he was, like, hanging onto the rail. And I'm just, like, fucking throwing my hands up in the air, just having a good time. But I know how that is, because I was the same way for a while. But then when you start driving a fast car, it's just like, it doesn't really bother you as much. Because you're only going like 50 miles per hour. You're not even going that fast on a lot of these rides, But anyway, I am going to end it here for real, though, because I am past the half mark. Yep. He texted me, wanted to hang out again this weekend. I was like, sure. Yeah, you can roll with us. I'm going to go pay my guitar down. Spirit Halloween. We'll probably go get a bite to eat. Why not? And then we'll all just chill at my place. Maybe play some Switch, the four of us. Because, Tyler wants to try it out. Nate likes the Switch pretty good, too. We were playing it after we got home from the fair. Jack loves the shit out of that Switch. I like the Switch, too. But I like playing it with people. I don't like not playing with people, But sometimes I'll play, like... couple nights ago, I was playing Paper Mario. Wasn't a big fan of it, the original on N64. I hate those games where it's like Pokemon, where you gotta attack, dodge, jump, skip your turn. It's just like, I hate those games. I can't stand those games. Not the game itself, I just hate those strategy fighting games. I can't stand those strategy fighting games. But anyway, for real. Yeah, have a good week. Wednesday, hump day. Bye.